What is going on, everyone? I'm back with a trade recap for you guys. My first video in a while. I do apologize for my absence. I am going to do a video explaining what a crazy few months it's been, especially pretty much all of last year. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about that in this video. In this video, I want to talk about a trade recap on USDCHF that I took last night. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I have created a really cool indicator within TradingView using PineScript, thanks to ChatGPT, which has helped me code it because it's pretty cool indicator. Let's just jump into it and I'll show you what I mean. This is the indicator I built with the help of ChatGPT. And essentially what it does is it's going to help out the ASFX community a lot. Now, I use this indicator to build out my watch list for my trading session every single day. I've been playing around with it. This is how I initially started trading ASFX systems when I first joined a few years ago. And this just really does take a lot of the work out of trying to build a very high probability watch list. Now, what it does is it takes the 15-minute 8 and 21 EMAs and the 15-minute L50 bias. If we can get confluence with those two things, it will check, well, it checks it regardless, but it checks also the higher time frames. The 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily EMAs, so the 8 and 21, and then checks the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily TDI L50, which is market sentiment bias as well. If everything aligns, you can set alerts. If you right click on the indicator, you can set add alert on directional bias indicator, long alignment, short alignment. I do it once per bar close, so every 15 minutes, it's gonna alert me which pairs out of all the pairs I trade, which is all the majors and all the minors, a few indices and a few commodities as well at the bottom here. It will alert me on which pairs have full alignment across the board. What that looks like on the alert log, it will come up and it will alert you on your phone, on the app, on your computer, whatever you want it to do. All conditions are in short bias alignment or long bias alignment, depending on which directional bias is in alignment. I want to go over this trade recap from building this watch list. I mark out last night we had USDCHF, Euro Aussie, GBP Aussie, and CHF JPY in full alignment across the board. What I did is, you can see right now, overnight and price action during the day here, the alignment has gone because price action's kind of doing its thing and we don't have full alignment anymore. So if we go back to where I was about to get to my trading desk last night, you can see we had full alignment over the short on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. It's saying the 15-minute perfect L50 is saying false. That's because I've given the user the option to select when they want to see that perfect L50. By default, it's just the trading day. So if I go from the 5th to the 6th here, it will then be true. So if I click on the indicator here, you can see two arrows, two lines, sorry, one there and one there. That is the full trading day based on my time zone. So let's go through the trade recap. So first thing I did when I got to the desk and I added USDCHF to my watch list, on the 15-minute, that is my active trading time frame, I just zoomed out a little bit and I said, okay, where is this pair going? Price is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Moving on to the current day trading on the day, the first thing I noticed was we use at ASFX certain levels, certain parameters that we look at to get a better technical reading on what's happening with price action. So you can see we kind of chopped around during the Asia session, so the Sydney-Tokyo session. As soon as London kicked in, we had this massive bear. A lot of sellers come in, shifted the EMAs they upshifted here, but they shifted down. We broke the Asia session low, creating a new low of day. So that is just screaming, once again, more short bias. And because we have all of the higher time frame alignment, you guys can see that on the indicator right here, everything is short bias across the board, all high time frame alignment. We had that lower low, we then had a lower high, and we had a lower low. So this is where being a systematic trader comes in handy. I know exactly what I'm looking for at this point. I've got my directional bias, so I'm not sitting at my screen saying, should I go long? Should I go short? Which way should I trade this? Where's the market potentially going? the end of the day, we never know. But with the confluences we have, I am very confident I want to short this currency pair. So now all I'm waiting is for an entry signal. And in this case, I use the AceFX A2 entry to get involved in this trade. So check this out. This is the first A2 signal that printed. I didn't take this one because I wasn't actively trading at the time. I took the third signal that presented. All right. So what I'm in my head, what I'm looking at and what my brain is looking at with technical analysis is zooming out a little bit. We had this kind of level in here where price kind of tested, it kind of just tested this area. We had price come down. We tested it here, tested this area multiple times before price came up. We tested it again. We had a little bit of a pullback, and then price sellers broke that level with a strong bearish candle. What does this tell me? This is support broken, now turning to resistance. And this is the first signal we get. Let's go forward and see what happens. So the first A2 signal, we enter on the bar close. We don't enter halfway through a bar or, whenever we feel like it. We need that A2 signal to print and the candle to close before we get involved. So let's say you wanted to take this short position here, following the AceFX A2 rules. We simply use a trend-based Fibonacci extension from the low to where the signal presented back down to the low. So if you were to take this trade here and be out at 1R, which is near low of day, I believe you would have been safe. I don't think you got stopped out, but let's see, because I took the third entry. So price teases that 1R take profit, and then we get the second A2 signal print. All right, so we're testing that area there. So you can enter on this one as well, but let's show you my one I entered on, which was that entry right here. With this entry here, the stop loss goes from that entry to this entry here, and the stop loss is a little bit tighter. Now, I prefer this top stop loss mostly because it's still out of price's way. It's above the 15-minute 50 EMA, and it's near high of day. All right, so price has tried to come back to this level multiple times, and it hasn't been able to break it. So it's the path of most resistance is where I want my stop loss, and I want the path of least resistance to my take profit. Now, take profit was at 1R, which is just above these structural lows over here. And as you can see, wasn't pain-free. All right, we did go in a bit of drawdown. Price did just kept testing those highs, which is this zone over here, drawing back from what I showed you guys earlier. So support broken, then becomes resistance. And now we had this strong bearish candle close, and this is where we started to see a bit of a rollover where sellers took control and started to push price lower. So I was out at 1R. This was a perfect trade. I was asleep at this time. This is 10:15 p.m. at night, my time. I had my stop loss and take profits all set, or my order set. And you can see price just completely melted here. I think we had a massive spike down. There we go. So we had this huge spike down. I don't know if that was a news event. I didn't check fundamentals. But, if you held a trade, if you pieced out of it at R multiples, price never comes back to your entry, almost, but you could have easily scaled out at R multiples or trailed your stop loss. That is kind of how I'm looking at these trades. The main reason for this video is to show you guys the indicator. These were all the pairs that were full alignment as of my trading last night. So I added them to my watch list, and then I went through, did my analysis, and found the highest probability setups that I could have found. The main reason I wanted to do this video, guys, is just to kind of slowly get back into uploading content for you guys. And I do apologize for my absence. I'm going to make a video that is going to go pretty deep into my kind of what's been happening with my trading and how it's impacted my day-to-day life so much. Because just a quick brief explanation. I experience what trading can offer. I experience the money side of it. I experienced the time freedom and everything. And let's just say my ego got in the way. And so did social media. Social media plays a big role in this. You know, I created my Instagram account back in 2018 for trading to document my process. I never wanted to become a trading influencer. I never wanted to become a trading educator, but that's kind of where the path led me. I just went with it, and I got to a point where all eyes were on me, and my ego got a little bit excited. So I started trying to force things. I started to take trades purely to post them and post the P&L on social media. It was just, I fucked up pretty big last year, and I'm paying the price for it now. And I will go into detail, guys, in the next video that I release. I don't know when I'm going to release that video, but for now, I just want to focus on providing education to you guys, because I get messages, still a lot of DMs. And at the end of the day, I am an AceFX coach, and I fucking love the AceFX community. It's one of the best trading communities I've been around, and I've been around a few. Austin is just a great human, and everyone involved in AceFX are just great people, and they are very much inspiring, and I just want to provide for the AceFX community again, and anyone else that stumbles across me on social media. I hope you guys got some value out of this trade. I'll be doing more trade recaps like this. I'm still trying to find my balance, guys, getting back into actively live trading. I am going to fix my whole office space. I got a few things I want to do. I need a good space. I need a good energy when I trade. So that is what I'm focusing on doing in. Not so much clutter. I've got some greenery. I've never had a plant. It's fake, because I'd probably kill a real plant. But it is what it is. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys got some value from this video. And until then, guys, take care, be safe, and I'll see you all in the next one.